Hi, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day. Today is Saturday, September 19th. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and like the video if you enjoy the content. Let's get into the budget and coronavirus news for today. So last week, the Senate voted down the 78-page skinny bill, and the Republicans, led by Mitch McConnell in the Senate, were sent back to square one. We have the saber rattling and the same rhetoric being said on both sides from Pelosi, Trump, McConnell, and others. So not much has changed since last week. During that time, there's been a lot of fighting, debating back and forth regarding the size and scope of the second stimulus bill that will have to be revised by the GOP now, and that will eventually be voted upon again at the end of the month. Meanwhile, it's the American people who continue to suffer with unemployment at record levels and food bank usage totally skyrocketing. A truly horrific statistic is that 1 in 10 American families are having difficulty providing food for their families during this COVID-19 pandemic. I made a separate video a few days ago on the food insecurity issue in America, so please check that out on my channel as well. The pandemic is exposing the massive inequality gap in America. The poor are facing eviction, hunger, poverty, while the rich are making record returns in the stock market and buying multiple properties. The system for most people is truly broken right now. So meanwhile, until Congress reaches a deal or the administration takes executive action, we don't even know right now if we would get another $1,200 check for sure, or if the payment will be less than $1,200 or higher than $1,200. It will largely depend on how the total stimulus bill is allocated and the arrangements between the Democrats and the Republicans right now. So if we go over this, when could the second stimulus checks go out? If the final negotiated bill is passed in the Senate in next week, that means it's sent to the House the week after, the first week of October. And then maybe the president signs a few days after. That means the first physical checks could be sent out in mid-October. On the other hand, if there's a presidential order, signed at the end of the month, then that would speed things up a lot, and direct deposits could start as early October, and the first paper checks could follow at the end of October or the beginning of November. So in some other interesting news, the IRS stated that they're going to begin contacting 10 million Americans who missed the initial round of stimulus checks. So the checks initially targeted middle and low income households, providing $1,200 for single taxpayers and $2,400 for couples, and also had $500 per child under 17. So to deliver those checks, the IRS relied on information on most recent tax returns. So in this channel, I've always kind of emphasized to everyone to make sure the IRS has your most updated information on your address and banking information. So that'll greatly reduce the chances of erroneous filings and making sure they can direct deposit your stimulus check, which is the most secure way. So it's really important that all of you have your, mailing information up to date so the IRS can contact you. The IRS wants to reach people who may have been missing out and getting the stimulus payments that they previously should have gotten. The agency said that they have until October 15th to register on the IRS's government tool. The letters will come from an IRS address and are sent to people who haven't filed their return in 2018 or 19. The tax agency said that the internal analysis tends to be Americans who have low incomes and seniors who rely on Social Security. So people can provide their bank account information to the agency and use non-filter tools, which allow the IRS to wire the money by the end of the year. So let's review some of the COVID-19 headlines as well. Here are some of the headlines of some of the coronavirus related stories that have been making the headlines in the last 24 hours. For the president has said that as of April 2021, the U.S. will have enough vaccine for all Americans. So that remains to be seen what that will be. The CDC also reverses guidelines that said people without symptoms may not need a test. And hospitals stated that they are better prepared to treat COVID-19 cases in the event of a second wave this fall, thanks to more supplies, proven drugs, and a better understanding of the virus. That is what Trump said. So we go over the COVID numbers for the day in terms of worldwide. We see that they're kind of steadily in this 200 to 300 infection rate range, but cases spiked over 30 million, which is significant. In the US, we see the formation of kind of an uptick trend. We see almost 50,000 new cases yesterday. That's a lot. And total cases in California, they're almost at 800,000, and they had over 4,000 new cases yesterday. So that's quite a lot. That's it for today's video. Please enjoy your Saturday and spend some time with your family. The weather's going to be beautiful where I am. Thanks for watching.